Hello, and welcome to Light Rail Station. Today we're bringing you something a little different, bringing you some live music and some yoga. So essentially, time and a place, sounds, maybe stretch your body a bit. Give you a few seconds here to get prepared. So if you're at home, find yourself a nice place to chill out for the next half hour. Find yourself a blanket or a mat to sit upon, maybe a block, and we'll see you in about 30 seconds on your mat. Thank you. Welcome back. Hopefully you found a nice comfortable place to sit down and enjoy some yoga with us and some live music. We have Greg over here, we have Josh back here. Thank you very much for coming on out, laying down some sounds behind us. So, first of all, just come to a nice seated position. You can cross your legs, you can find wherever is comfortable with you. We're going to start today on the earth element, and that's really just grounding down. In these times where we've been stuck at home, COVID and shutdowns and not shutdowns and re-shutdowns could bring a lot of stress to you. So we want to start today just by bringing ourselves back to the earth, back to our breath, and back to just being one with ourselves, being kind to ourselves, and finding what works for us. So come on down. I'm propped up on a blanket. You may be too. You may be on there. Bring your hands to your knees and simply just start here at the beginning of the class. Beginning of their day. You can always come back to this class, whether you pop in or pop out. It's always here for you. So today we're going to start with the breath, the seat, and really channeling the breath from our root to where our seat hits the earth, up through our center channel, up through the top of our head, and then grounding back down from the top of our head back through the center channel into our root. And really just grounding into the Mother Earth that holds us and protects us every day. So bring your hands to your knees, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Inhale, bring your shoulders to the back, and on your exhale, just simply let it go and down. We're going to take a few of these breaths here just to warm up today. You may not have done yoga for a while, you may be doing it every day like we have, and really you just want to find a nice comfortable place where you can breathe here. So again, on the inhale, bring your shoulders up towards your ears. On the exhale, round your shoulders back and down, and let it go. Now you can work here with your eyes open or softly closed or fully closed and just really ground into the experience. Again, your next inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, round them back and down. Do that one more time, hopefully the biggest inhale of the day through your nose. Hold it at the top, and on your exhale, simply bring it back down and around. Feel yourself rooted firmly into the earth. Sit bones down, and just enjoy a free breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Feeling the life that you have, relaxing, and all the world's troubles slowly melting away as we come into practice today. On the next inhale, slowly open your eyes. You can flutter them open. Bring your hands to your side, and we're simply just going to move to the top of our mat. So whatever that means to you to get to the top of your mat, I'm going to take my blanket, move it off to the side, and we're going to come standing at the top of our mat here. And really, we're going to work this pose from the ground up, from the earth all the way up to the top of our head. So just start with your feet underneath your hips, hip distance apart. You can bring your hands to your hips, and just start with feeling the four corners of your feet rooted down into the earth. Tailbone tucks under and down. Tops of your knees lift, thighs pull up. Once you have that foundation, start to bring in the upper body. So bring the belly towards the spine, chest rises. Again, the shoulders may come up, back, and down. And we're just going to start here in mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Now we're going to add on a little movement and go through a series here of poses. So flow with me or try. There is no right or wrong in yoga. It's just about getting into these shapes as best as you can. So on your inhale, bring your hands up to the sky. Exhale from the hips, bend the knees, fold forward, come into forward fold. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Let it all go. Breathe in a little deeper. Next inhale, your hands may trace up your shins, flat back for a halfway lift. And exhale, back down into forward fold. Next, you're going to take your right foot back and you're going to take your left foot back to meet it. You're going to want your hands underneath your shoulders, arms straight, heels pointed towards the back, back flat. We'll come into plank pose. Take a deep breath here and a deep breath out. One more inhale. On the exhale, simply lower all the way down to your belly. From here, point the tops of your feet down to the mat. Arms stay up by the shoulders. On the inhale, shoulders go back. Chest rises into cobra. On the exhale, your head comes back down to the mat. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders back. Lift up, chest rises into cobra. And exhale, back down. From here, we're going to go into the down dog. Simply inhale, and on the exhale, push yourself back up and into your dog. Now this may be the first downward dog of the day, the week, the year, or that you've ever done. But simply here, just come into the shape of the pose. As we're working it today, we're not going to go too deep. We're just going to find the pose, find the shape. Next, inhale, walk your feet back up to your hands. We've been here before. Halfway lift up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, bring it all the way up. Hands above your head. And exhale, hands through center. Back to mountain pose. Very simple sequence here that you can do any time of the day. You can wake up and do it. You can do it in the evening, or you can do it right now with me. Let's go through it one more time, a little bit faster this time. Kin comes to standing into mountain pose, arms by your side. Inhale, your arms overhead. Exhale, knees bend. Bend from the hips down, touch the ground. Inhale into halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Now plant your hands, step your feet back, come back into that shape of a plank pose. Grip the floor with your fingers, push through your heels. Stay here for one more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, lower yourself back down to the ground, meeting the earth. Bring your head to the floor, arms over, shoulders back. Inhale, lift up into cobra. Exhale, let it go. We'll do one more of those. Inhale, lift into cobra. And exhale, bring it down. Plant your hands, tuck your toes. Inhale here, and on the exhale, simply lift yourself up and back to downward facing dog. You may walk your dog out here, you may bend your knees a little or a lot. Your heels are going towards the floor. It's okay if they don't touch. Stay firmly rooted in your hands and your feet. Inhale here, we're going to bring our heels up, staying on the balls of our feet. And exhale, bring the heels towards the earth. Next, inhale, walk your feet back up towards your hand. Come into forward fold. Once again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Let's do that one more time. Feels really good right now. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, all the way down. Next, inhale, arms come to the side. Sweep above the head. Fold your hands back down and into mountain pose. Very, very simple. Very good. I'm glad I hope you're still with us. And if you're not, if you're just joining us, you can jump in anytime. But from here, we're gonna do a couple standing poses, get some balance, and then we'll come back down to the ground. So simply from mountain pose at the top of your mat, come into mountain pose. Now working with your right leg, step it back. You can come up here with your knee over your front heel. Your back foot, you could be on the top, on your ball of your foot, and then we're simply gonna plant that back heel down to the ground and firm. Turn the hips towards the front. Working on warrior one pose. Your knee can be straight or it can be bent, whatever feels good for you. Work with the tailbone down. Next, inhale. Bring the arms to the sky, and then if you can, sit down a little bit into your warrior one pose. You can really feel your feet rooting into the earth, from the back foot to the front foot, pushing you up and out. The earth is actually holding you as you're standing on it. The stability, the grace, and the breath. One more inhale in here. Stay for the exhale. Next inhale, bring your hands to your hips and simply walk the right foot to meet the left foot at the top of your mat. We'll do the second side now. So take your left foot, step it back. You can stay up on the ball of your foot here. Just to start, knee bent. Then when ready, the back foot meets the mat. Warrior one, second side. Again, tailbone down, lengthen from the spine. The knee can be bent, or it can be more towards straight, whatever works for you. Hips towards the front of the mat. Inhale, your arms come on up. And when you're ready, you can sink down a little bit into your warrior. Again, the feet are active. They're actively pushing off the floor, holding you up, keeping you stable. Inhale, a big inhale here. You may do a little back bend. Your hands may clasp. Stay for the exhale. We'll stay for one more inhale. And exhale. Again, hands come to your hips. Simply walk the foot up to meet the other foot. Come to standing mountain pose and take a free breath here. In and out. From here, I'm going to turn this way so you can see it better. We're going to come into tree pose. So this is a balancing pose, and if you have a wall at home, you may want that, or a chair, anything that can help you stay balanced. We're going to start with the right foot firmly planted on the ground. So bring your left heel up off the ground. Now you can stay here. This is a pose in itself. Or you can simply start to bring the left heel towards the left shin. This is a great place to work tree. You can stay here, or you can bring it up higher into your thigh. I'm going to show it here today on the shin. What you want to avoid is that heel anywhere near your knee. So once you find the balance here, root down through that foot like a tree, strong and mighty. Arms come overhead on the inhale, and wobbling is fine. Trees wobble in the wild, the wind takes them, but they rarely get uprooted. So from here, take another few deep breaths in and out in tree pose. You can challenge yourself by looking up over the horizon, or bringing your arms to cactus, or anywhere else. You may even close your eyes. You may fall out, and if you do, simply come back to the shape of the pose. Inhale in, and exhale. Arms come down, foot comes down. Walk it out. Take a deep breath in here. Feels really good just to be standing here today doing yoga with you all. We'll do the second side now. Left foot roots down. So really set it up in the left foot. Again, your right foot may come to your shin, or you can lift it up with a little help all the way up into your thigh. Press your foot against your thigh. Your left foot down to the ground. Bring your arms to the center. This may be good enough for you. If you want more, inhale. Arms come up. Don't forget about the exhale. You You don't want to stop breathing in these poses. Again, you may shift left, right, but all your muscles are working to keep you rooted firmly to the earth and keep you down. Calm. Calm mind will calm your body, will calm your breath. One more inhale in and exhale. Hands come through center. Release the foot down. Release the arms down. Back to mountain pose. Take a free breath here and let it go. Don't know about you, but it got hot in here for all of a sudden, so we're gonna come down to the ground to do some poses. I'm gonna grab my blanket that we started with before. This is a great prop to use to help bolster yourself up for some of these positions. So we're gonna come into what's called head to knee pose. This is a big pose. Some of you might have more stretchiness to you, if that's a word. I'm pretty tight in my hamstrings and calves, so I can't go as deep on this, but it's not about going as deep. It's really about finding that place where you feel the stretch. So come to seated. You can have your legs out straight like this. I'm sitting up to bring my hips up a little bit higher. It helps me. I'm gonna take my right foot and I'm gonna bring it to my right thigh, my left thigh, just like I was in tree, but now I'm sitting. Now you can also widen your stance out a little bit so that the legs aren't so straight out. So start here. This may be where you start and where you stay. But on the next exhale, you may turn your body slightly to face your left foot. This may be enough for you. Your left foot pulls back toward your face. Take an inhale here, and if it feels good, exhale, simply slowly bend over that left leg. Now this is called head to knee pose, and the goal of it is someday maybe the head will hit the knee. It doesn't have to be today, and for me it won't be today. You may have a little bend in your knee, but I feel a stretch powered on right here from my calf back to my back of my thigh to my foot. It actually feels really good. This is one of those poses that I love to do, and I've been doing it for years, and I still can't touch the head to the knee, and that's fine. Take another deep breath in here. Just calming ourselves down, relaxing. As we get closer to the earth, these poses help really settle us in. Next inhale in, and then exhale it out. And when ready, simply walk your hands up, untuck your foot, bring your feet out in front of you, and you can kind of wiggle your feet to bring a little blood back into them if you've lost them. Staying here, we're going to do second side. So again, bring your left leg, left heel into your right thigh. I'm also going to use a block, if you have it at home, a book works too, to put under my left knee. Helps with a little height, and it helps me get in these poses even better. Again, inhale straight up, exhale. Next inhale, twist over a little bit, and exhale. Start to walk your head towards the knee, hands towards the foot. They may be on the ankle, the shin, tops of the toes, whatever feels good for you. But you want to feel some sensation, and you want to remember your breath is always there. Breathe into the stretch and out. One more big breath into the stretch. You may stretch a little deeper, a little further. And exhale out. When you feel ready, come back up to seated. Bring your feet out in front of you. Again, shake them out. Whatever feels good. And we're going to come to our knees at this point. So if you're sitting on something, remove it, put it to the side. You come up, toes tucked. You'd standing mountain pose, but on your knees, with your toes tucked here, tailbone under, pointing down. I'm again going to use the block between my legs for hero's pose here, so I have a little something to sit on. So from here, sit back on tops of your feet down, sit back onto the ground or onto a block, as I'm doing. Spine straight. Now you may stay here in hero's pose, and that's just fine. You should feel a nice stretch on the front of your thighs, back your feet. If you want more, you can start to walk yourself back. And this may be as far as you go, or you may come down onto your forearms or elbows, or you may come all the way to the ground. We're going to do this twice, and we're going to spend about 30 seconds in each of these, just getting a nice stretch. I feel the stretch here, so I'm going to take my chin to my chest, stretch back a little bit further, and just feel the stretch on the front of my thighs. Remember to breathe here, deep inhales, and even as long exhales. And if this is too much, back off, come back up for yourself. You don't have to go deep. You just have to go to where it feels good for you. Take one more big inhale in, and an even longer exhale out. When ready, walk your fingers back towards your knees. We'll simply come back up on our knees. Just take a moment here, feeling the feet anchored to the earth, knees and shins to the earth. Feel the earth pushing back up against your gravity, you pushing down into it. Getting deeper and deeper, relaxing down. Do this one more time. So simply exhale, sit back. Inhale with a nice straight spine, and exhale, if you want, walk your hands back and down into hero's pose second time. You may go deeper this time, as you found the first time opened you up even more. You should feel no pain here. It should feel good to stretch the tops of the thighs. If there's any pain in the knees, simply just walk yourself back up to where you don't feel that pain. And enjoy the sensation of the stretch. Give one more big inhale in here, and a long exhale out. Inhale, walk yourself back up. If you're sitting on a block or anything, remove it to the side. You can put it away. And we're going to come into a child's pose here, wide-legged. So touch your toes together behind you. You can be on your hands underneath your shoulders. Your knees are going to go as wide as the mat now. Toes touching. Simply sit back onto your heels. And when ready, fold forward on the exhale, letting it all go. Back to the earth in the shape of a child's pose. Remembering back when we did this often as children, just laid on the ground. Feel what it feels like to be held by the earth. Your feet, your hands, your forehead, knees and shin, all supported, relaxed. Stay here for another few breaths, really deepening and enjoying this pose. If you find yourself fighting to get out of it, come back to the breath. Come back to the earth. Simply listen to the vibrations and sounds that are happening around you. take one more big inhale here. On the exhale, open your mouth and sigh it out. We'll do one more of those. Your biggest inhale yet through the nose. And on the exhale, the biggest sigh. When ready, slowly walk your hands towards your knees. Bring your knees back underneath you. Bring your hips to the side and come to seated as we started here earlier today. Cross legs, roll your shoulders, close your eyes. Thank yourself for showing up today, doing something good for your mind, for your body, even if it was just listening to the music or following along. Any movement, any time you take for yourself is always good. On the next inhale, bring your hands to prayer, to your chest, your thumbs to your sternum, so you can feel yourself breathing on this earth, of this earth, with this earth. We're going to set up for the sound of Om to close practice today. Om is really just saying yes to ourselves and yes to being here. Take a nice clearing breath. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Inhale for the sound of Om. Thank you for practicing with us today at Light Rail Station with live music and yoga. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Catch us next time. We'll be here on Thursday for another live stream. Namaste.